Charged as part of a brutal assault in downtown Fargo was sentenced today. Angelica Hernandez pleaded guilty to being an accomplice to aggravated assault. Today she was sentenced to 30 days in jail, followed by 2 years supervised probation. Authorities say Hernandez was part of a group that assaulted 3 men just after bar close April 6th near Sports Bar in downtown Fargo. The 5 others charged in this case are up on your screen now. They face charges ranging from aggravated assault to accomplice to aggravated assault to robbery. Court documents say one victim suffered a broken nose, several broken bones, and needed surgery to place a titanium plate in his forehead.